And we have breaking news coming in. India's Gukesh beat China's Liren in 14th round to claim World Chess Championship 2024 title in Singapore. Gukesh has now become the youngest player in the history of the game to achieve this monumental feat. A big breaking news coming in from the world of sports there, where we learned that Gukesh has defeated China's world champion Liren, and this is a big feat for India, where Gukesh has now become the youngest world champion leader in chess. So that's the latest breaking news that's coming in. Gukesh has become the youngest champion in the field of chess. We have our colleague from the sports desk joining in. How big it is as a feat for India?
It's massive. There's no two ways about it. He is the youngest ever world chess champion in the history, and he's also the first Indian who has won this prestigious title since Vishwanathan Anand. And mind you, he came into this with, I'd say of the number of Indian chess players you've had, he was probably one of the less fancied. If you talk about names who were famous, there was a Vidit Gujarati, there was of course a Ramesh Babu Pragananda, but Gukesh has stunned everyone with the kind of showing that he's had. Again, mind you, this was must win. It was most likely heading into tie breaks where Liren would have been the favorite. But because Ding made one very crucial error and Gukesh knew, I mean, if you look at the visuals we're seeing, you can see that he was crying because he knew as soon as Ding made that error that he was ready to be the world champion. Couple of moves later, he has in fact been confirmed. Historic moment for chess, and more importantly, a historic moment for India.
Right, like you were telling us, share with us some moments about what actually happened in the final round. What made Gukesh achieve this big feat?
Yeah, so if you go over how does the World Chess Championship works, right? It's a battle of attrition. You play 14 matches, and after 14 matches, the first to reach the score of 7.5 is declared the world champion. Now, going into this particular game, both of them were tied at 6.5. Now, because a win gets you 1 point, whoever won this match would be crowned world champion. If it was a drawn game, then it would head into tie breaks, where it was expected that Ding would be the favorite because the tie breaks is played in the rapid format where Liren is an expert. And in fact, for the longest of time, the match was going on for an absolute eternity, and it did look like it was heading towards a dull draw. But time pressure really played a key, because at one point, Gukesh had over an hour left on the clock, whereas Ding was down to about 9 minutes. So the pressure was really telling, and he had to defend and play for the draw. He made one mistake, and Gukesh at that point knew. He took advantage, and that's all she wrote.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us. So that's the latest that's coming in. India, a big achievement for India in the world of sports, chess to be very specific.